A major pattern shift is about to unleash widespread cold across Europe. At the same time, a large storm system moving across the eastern United States will open the door for a significant cold air outbreak for much of the country. With this very cold pattern expected to overtake not only Europe but also the United States, snowfall is also going to be coming into the forecast for a lot of places. We have some very interesting information to talk about in this forecast, so let's begin with part 1. This is the current situation across Europe. We have a large high pressure system located over Western Europe, which has pretty much put an end to the warm and westerly pattern we've had for much of the month. This high pressure system has caused the storm track to shift, with systems dropping in from the north. We have one currently located across Central Europe with widespread rainfall. This system will be heading south in the coming days. But as this occurs, turn your attention over towards the Nordic countries for November 22nd. Watch as a band of rainfall plows into Norway, becoming snowfall when it runs into cold air. As the system continues pushing inland, snowfall will spread into Sweden and then Finland. But what comes behind this storm is the main story. Watch as a powerful Arctic cold front starts dropping into northern Europe on November 23rd. Precipitation will begin as rainfall across places like Germany and Poland, but once that cold air mass sets in, we may be seeing widespread snow showers from Germany all the way to Belarus. This will continue into November 24th with snow reaching the Alps. This model suggests that as we head into November 25th, a powerful storm will form over the Mediterranean. It's possible that as it develops, widespread heavy rainfall will be occurring. And of course, when it moves into the cold air mass that just came in, we could see a pretty significant snowstorm break out across the Balkan countries into Ukraine by about November 26th. Even as this snowstorm pulls away, we continue to see widespread snow showers behind the system, while Western Europe is quite warm and dry. So that's the overall picture of what could happen over the next several days, and as we get closer to this event, I'll have more details on that potential snowstorm between November 25th and the 27th. Now, taking a look at the temperatures, we can see that by about November 22nd, you can roughly see where that Arctic cold front will be located. Then over the next few days, we see those very cold temperatures just sweep down across much of Europe, although excluding far western European areas like Ireland and the Iberian Peninsula. The possible snowfall accumulations show the higher elevations in southern Europe possibly getting in on some pretty big snow totals. But as you work your way towards the north and east, we could see more widespread snow since that's where the cold air will be more established. But you will also notice places like Germany, Poland, Ukraine, and some of the Balkan countries getting some widespread snow, and not only in the mountains but also in the lower elevations. I did create my personal snowfall outlook for Europe between November 21st and the 27th. Right off the bat, you can see how much of Europe could see snowfall within the next week or so. The blue shade is where I think snowfall is going to be possible, and this extends from Scandinavia all the way down to the mountains in Greece and Turkey. Obviously, the further south you go, the snow will be more confined to the higher elevations. Then the darker blue shade is where I expect snowfall and potentially very heavy snow. This is true for the Alps, western Norway, and a very large portion of Eastern Europe. Perhaps the most interesting area within this forecast is the Balkan countries, where even the lower elevations could get a snowstorm. I'm watching places like Macedonia, Serbia, and Bulgaria. Now for part 2 of today's forecast, I don't want to forget about my viewers in the US, especially since we have some very cold air incoming for the lower 48. You can see this portrayed especially on the Climate Prediction Center's 6 to 10 day outlook. Much of the country has a chance at colder than normal temperatures between November 26th and the 30th, with a focus over the southern plains into the Ohio Valley, Great Lakes, and Northeast. The precipitation outlook reflects the El Niño influence quite well, with below normal precipitation across much of the north, while the south can expect wetter than usual conditions. As this ongoing storm system pulls away over the next couple of days, we will slowly start to see that colder air penetrate into the country. Along with that cold air coming in, a small snowfall event is going to move through the interior northwest and drop down into the high plains between November 23rd and the 26th. In fact, we do have some winter storm watches already in effect ahead of this snowfall event, so if you are in this blue area, you should look out for some heavy snow within the next couple of days. Then after that, the GFS model suggests that this snowfall will head eastward, and now that that very cold air mass has been established, we could see a widespread snow event across the northern plains, upper Midwest, Ohio Valley, and eventually the Northeast to close out the month of November. That will conclude today's weather forecast. If you are interested in seeing more weather content like this on a regular basis, please do consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.